I've got some more information about some of the freight cars. First of all, I want to correct a mistake I made. 1983 was the drop dead date for roof walks off of boxcars, not 1982. 1982 is the latest picture that I've ever seen personally that had a boxcar with a roof walk on it and revenue service. Roger that, who's one of the subscribers, reminded me that these are called ACI labels, and they started a program in the 1960s, I think 1967, to put these on every car. And it's like a barcode, it's like an early barcode, and they had readers set up all over the place, so when the car went by it, it would read, and you know where that car was at. Problem with that is these got dirty. These tended to get dirty, and then they weren't very reliable. So after spending all this money to set these up, by 1977 they had discontinued the using them, but they stayed on the cars forever. I mean, once it was on the car, there's no reason to take it off. Of course, they had to be in the same relative height and everything on every car, but they were a good era. So if you're modeling between, obviously 1977, 76, every car would have this on it probably. If you're into the 80s and 90s, they were still could be there, or may not be there. May have taken it off, but definitely wasn't there on a car in 1966. So another good spotting indication. It's visible. It's a really visible thing. And they make decals for them too, so if you want to put them on. So Maurice Grimes, who, if he didn't give me homework all the time, I might have built the Transcontinental Railroad by now. Asked me a great question. He said, when was it required to take the roof walks off cabooses? I'm like, man, I have no idea. It's not dealt within the book that I've been looking at, because it's talking about revenue equipment, not cabooses. So first I tried Googling it. That's the fallback, is to Google everything. And there were some discussions on it, but there was never any definitive answer. Some people said, oh, it's the same as boxcars. But we know that they had different rules, because covered hoppers still have roof walks on them to this day. So I reached out to a guy that I met a long time ago named Dwight Jones. He is the expert on CSX, B&O, pre-CSX cabooses. He's written 4 books about cabooses for CSX. And so I sent him an email, and he replied back. He said, as far as I know, there was never any rule to take them off. He said that, basically as they shopped cabooses and repainted them things, a lot of times they take them off, sometimes they leave them on. He said the C&O actually had one order. They had some wide vision cabooses. They did them like in maybe 1969, when they weren't supposed to be putting roof walks on boxcars anymore. They were not allowed to put them on. C&O had all of their cabooses had roof walks on them, and the next batch that they ordered from the same company, a few months later, none of them have roof walks or end ladders. But so as far as he knows, there was never a federal mandate that you had to take the roof walks off cabooses. It was just up to the individual railroads, and of course they started, retiring cabooses in the 80s and getting rid of them. But like I said, I've got several pictures from 86, 87, 88, when I first started getting back into railroading, of N&W cabooses in service, on trains, had roof walks on them. So basically it's probably do whatever you want. If you have a specific prototype picture, you can copy that. But you can't say the roof walk is a spotting feature for a caboose, more or less. I would say that probably every caboose in 1970 had a roof walk on it, but after that it's hit or miss. So that's all the information I have. Again, keep the questions coming. I'll try to find out the information the best I can from my sources. I appreciate it. I really hesitated posting these 2 videos because I don't want to come off as a know-it-all, or thinking that, like, yeah, you got to do it this way. If you've got roof walks and you say you model 1990, you've got a terrible railroad, and that's not the case at all. You know, you model what you want to model, and you know, so everyone has their own level of realism that they want to shoot for. And so I enjoy the research. I enjoy trying to make things as realistic as possible for mine, but you know, there's certain limits. You know, I've said before, in N scale, you know, I could have a, you know, plastics covered hopper with arch bar trucks on it rolling by, and I'd never notice, because I just don't notice trucks. But a roof walk, I'll notice it right away, because it's right there in front of me. So again, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody not taking this the wrong way and think that I'm trying to come off as, you know, a nitpicker, or trying to look down my nose and saying this is the way you have to do it to be right. Just trying to share information, and it's up to you what you do with that information. And I just like trains. So whatever you want to do, I'll still enjoy watching, you know, watching your trains run. And one last thing is, I forgot that Roy Smith actually subscribed to my channel, and actually got, you know, I'm getting close to 500 subscribers, but still, when I look at my videos, it's like, okay, I've got, you know, 100 views. So most of my subscribers aren't watching every video. But Roy responded to my video, you know, very nicely, and so I really appreciate that. Like I said, Roy's a great guy, and I am generally interested in seeing what he's going to do, you know, adding freight cars to his railroad. But I'm sure whatever he does, it's going to be great, because it always is. So, all right, I'm going to end it with an update of Chance, and I'll post this. So, thank you. All right, here's Chance. Can't hardly get far enough away from him to shoot a video. Usually he just follows you around. I guess he's a little nervous about the steps. Come on, buddy. You can do it. There you go. He's still a little unsteady on his feet. But much better. Said he threw up 3 nights in a row. Basically the entire contents of his stomach. And we were really worried that he wasn't going to make it. We thought, well, he can't process food. Yesterday, had a good day, ate a lot, had nice healthy poops. Don't worry, I won't show them to you. And still, like I say, still a little unsteady on his feet. Can't let him overdo it. He's you know, sort of prone to maybe overdoing it, and we think he might have actually fainted a couple times. I wouldn't call it a seizure, more of a fainting thing. But after yesterday, we're a lot more optimistic than we were. He's going to be on medicine the rest of his life, however long that is, and just we're happy to have him, and happy he's feeling a little bit better. But his days of probably trotting around the yard like he used to are probably gone. We'll see. I mean, once in a while he'll get a little bit of a trot, but it usually doesn't last very long. I'll end it there before he does something I don't want to show you. So everybody stay safe.